Hey everybody, it's Kairos. Thanks for stopping in. I just got a brand new microphone, so I don't sound like I'm in a trash compactor anymore. I'm doing a real quick Jungle Concepts video. If you've been following me, I'd love for you to subscribe to help support me as I'm coming out with more content for just jungle guides in general. Today we're going to be talking about gold leads and translating those into actual leads to make sure that you're backing at the right times and maintaining your advantage from the early game into the mid game. Here's some gameplay from a recent game in solo queue. So the Sejuani right now actually has a pretty big lead on the Graves at the moment. If you flip over, it's a 1k gold lead and a 30 CS advantage. Also, she has a 200 gold shutdown right now, so the team has been very far ahead and she feels confident to invade. But the one thing that you'll notice here is that the Graves had an opportunity to reset. So Sejuani has the 1k gold lead, but she has only spent about 2,100 gold, compared to the Graves, who has spent 3,000 of his gold. And so what that means is that at the end of the day, Graves is actually 1k gold ahead, because the extra one level that Sejuani gets is worth almost nothing compared to the amount of items and the stats that the Graves has gotten from the items. And so this is just a delayed recall. And so the effectiveness of the gold lead is negative. Because this gold lead hasn't actually been cashed in for items. And it's actually a two level advantage the Sej has over the Graves. But then the Echo collapses and the Graves is actually would have been able to 1v1 the Sejuani based on that. And so it's really important to understand how strong you are compared to your opponent. Because if you don't reset and actually spend the gold to get the stats, then you'll actually be behind compared to your lane opponent, even if they've been dying and even if they're put really far behind. So ideally in the early game, you want to start looking for opportunities to back when you have over 1,000 gold. Because otherwise, if the opponent is getting back opportunities, the levels that they get or the stats that they get from items will just completely negate your advantage. And so don't throw away leads by staying on the map for too long. So instead of looking for opportunities to farm more or to go and impact other lanes, use that time to reset and to back. And it's ideal to align your back timer with opportunities that the enemy jungler is going to be off the map and they aren't able to have an impact. Some of those opportunities would be when they have no lanes to gank, so if all of your teammates are getting pushed into turret, or if there are no objectives on the map, that's another opportunity, or if the enemy jungler is dead. Those are all great opportunities to look for a reset, because you can back, spend your gold, and be back on the map at the same time that they are. And basically, there's no way for them to get back into the game at that point. So just be more aware as you're playing through your games of how much gold you're sitting on and what your stats are compared to the enemy jungler's stats to make sure that you're able to snowball the mid game and make sure that you can close out games as you go forward. I hope this was helpful for you, and I'd love it if you could leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe to help me just grow the channel. I'm working to get to 100 total subscribers by the end of the month, and so your contribution would be greatly appreciated as we approach that goal. Thanks. See you later.
This is the boy I am.